I'm Lukas, Favale, broadcaster for the Syracuse Crunch. Back here today with another edition of Reading with the Crunch. We hope you've enjoyed this series so far. We've had a number of different books, some hockey, one non-hockey related, but we're jumping back to the hockey books today with the beginning of a pretty good series, one of my favorite series, in fact, the Brady Brady series. It's the collection. Today we'll read Brady Brady and the Twirling Torpedo by Mary Shaw, illustrated by Chuck Temple. Now, funny story with Brady Brady. Actually, the inspiration for the Brady Brady books was a member of the Crunch for a brief period in training camp a few years back, Brady Shaw, the son of Mary Shaw. So, fun little connection there. But today we will read Brady Brady and the Twirling Torpedo. All right, let's begin. Brady loved hockey. So did his friend Tess. When they weren't with the other Ice Hogs, they were usually on Brady's backyard rink, practicing slap shots or stuffing pucks past hat trick. Brady thought it was great that a girl loved hockey as much as he did. At first, some of the Ice Hogs wondered about having a girl on the team. That was before the coach got Tess to show them her Twirlin Torpedo. She leapt into the air, twirled in a full circle, landed, and fired the puck with all her might. Chester never even saw it coming. Tess had always hated her figure skating lessons, but those spins had finally come in handy. She was welcomed to the team, and now she was an Ice Hog like the rest of them. Today, the Ice Hogs were playing an annoying team called the Hounds. Brady had been up since the crack of dawn. He liked to be the first at the rink so he could high-five his teammates as they arrived. As usual, Tess was the next one through the door. When everyone was there and ready to play, the Ice Hogs huddled in the center of the dressing room for their team cheer. "We've got the power, we've got the might, we've got the spirit. Those Hounds won't bite." Both teams took their positions on the ice. The referee dropped the puck and play began. It was then that Brady and the others heard the teasing. "What's a girl doing out here? Go home to your mommy," sneered one of the Hounds. "Did you tie your skates in a pretty bow?" hollered another. "Why don't you go home and play with your dolls?" Brady looked at Tess. She just continued to play. If she heard the heckling, she was doing a great job of ignoring it. "Don't listen," Brady said when he sat on the bench beside Tess. "You're as good a player as anyone here." "Don't worry, Brady Brady. I'm not going to let them get to me," Tess replied. But when she went out for her next shift, the teasing continued, and it got louder. "Go home and bake some cookies," yelled a Hound. "Make sure you don't break a nail," barked his friend. The taunts continued through the entire first period and into the second. Brady watched Tess. She was biting her bottom lip. As hard as she tried, Tess could not ignore the Hounds. She couldn't concentrate. She missed passes. She skated in the wrong direction. She even tripped over the blue line. When Tess tried her Twirlin Torpedo, she fanned on the puck and fell down in a heap. The Hounds laughed even harder. The buzzer sounded to end the second period, and Tess was the first off the ice. In the dressing room, nobody knew what to say. Tess looked sadly down at her skates. "I guess I let you guys down," she whispered. "No way! Nobody could play with all that teasing going on," Chester said. "Right," the other Ice Hogs chimed in. "We'd be exactly the same if it was us." "Wait," cried Brady. "That gives me a great idea." "All right, Brady Brady." The team huddled together to hear Brady's plan. When the Ice Hogs skated out for the final period, the Hounds just stood there with their mouths hanging open. Some even rubbed their eyes to make sure they weren't seeing things. The Ice Hogs had a new look. They had flipped their jerseys inside out, tucked their hair up, and disguised their faces. It was impossible to tell who was who. "Let's play hockey," Brady shouted, and the Ice Hogs flew into action. They had never played so well or laughed so much during a game. The Hounds stopped teasing Tess because they couldn't tell which player she was. Until she lined up the puck at the blue line, leapt into the air, twirled in a full circle, landed, and fired the puck with all her might. Her Twirlin Torpedo sailed right into the top corner of the Hounds' net seconds before the buzzer sounded to end the game. Tess had scored the winning goal. The teams lined up to shake hands. This time, the Hounds were first to skate off the ice with their heads hanging. "Maybe they've gone looking for a girl to help them out," chuckled Brady as he high-fived Tess. Just then, the Hounds goalie came back onto the ice. He skated over to Tess. "Great game," he said. "You mean for a girl?" asked Tess. "No, I mean you played a great game." And a crowd of funny faces nodded in agreement. The end. That's Brady Brady and the Twirlin' Torpedo.